it's Magda K here, and welcome to Psychology for Marketers. Ever since I started blogging and having my own websites, I had a lot of people come up to me and asking me for advice. Now, the questions would start with what topic to choose, how to set everything up technically, how to make money from it. So you know what? I decided why not put it in one place, into one video, and share it with everybody. So I have for you 13 tips to start a successful blog. And hey, I know 13 is a bad luck, but frankly for me 13 has always been a lucky number. So here is going to be 13 tips. Now, before we start, you guys know me from Psychology for Marketers, but actually I have another blog as well called bravebell.com, and it's a whole different strategy. So Psychology for Marketers is more of a business blog. Brave Bell is really more about connecting women and empower them. So it's more like a platform to connect people and allow them to share ideas. So the tips I'll be sharing with you are based on these two blogs so that you can also have more information and background to which kind of format you want to choose. Okay, so let's get started. So here's tip number 1, and it's about choosing the topic. So you really want to follow 2 rules here. First one is you want to choose a topic that you love, and secondly, a topic that you're good at. Look, if you want to build a successful blog that you will be blogging for at least a year, so you want to choose a topic that you will feel excited about in 2 years or 3 years time. So choose something that you really are passionate about and something that you're good at. Trust me, if you don't have enough information to blog on something, and then you'll have to search and study and get the knowledge before you can share it, it's going to become painful. You're going to hate it, and you're going to stop in just a few weeks, maximum months. So make sure you do something that you're actually good at. And don't fall into the trap of choosing topics that are trendy at this time. Let's say gluten-free diet. Everybody blogs about it. But if you don't really, know so much about it, if you're not passionate about gluten-free diet, then don't blog about it, because you will really lose your passion and your excitement to do it. So again, you want to blog about something that you love and something that you're good at. Number 2, so yes, you want to choose a topic that you are already good at, but don't forget that unless you keep studying and keep learning about this topic, soon enough you're not going to be just as good as you need to be. When you blog, you need to be perceived as authority and an expert. And the only way to do this is to keep studying and be updated in your field. So make sure that you follow all the blogs on the topic that you're blogging, that you read books all the time, sign up for any online courses, watch TED Talk, anything that is about your topic. You need to always know the latest news and updates in your field. Number 3, and it's still about learning. Well, so this is something that people probably hate the most about starting their blog, and it's all the technicalities. So how do you set it up? Do I need to code? How do I use Photoshop? Here's the thing, you don't really need all of that, because these days you have WordPress that does most of this work for you, and then you can choose a theme that creates a beautiful blog for you. And then within WordPress and this theme that you choose, there's just some things that you can personalize and adjust, and it's super easy. Still, you want to make sure that you know some basic coding. Why? Because every theme has limitations. For example, the themes that I use, they don't always allow me to change the size of the font. So I use an HTML code to do it myself, because I know how to do it. You don't have to know it perfectly, but if you study this and then if you forget it, then you can always Google it, but you will know what they're telling you to do, and you can understand whether you're breaking something or if what you're doing is actually making sense. So you do want to invest in some online courses or ebooks, follow some blogs, follow people who really teach this. You want to make sure that you have the basics covered. Then you need to know what kind of plugins you want to add to your website, and you need to know why you need them. So you have to understand how websites work and all the back end of it. For the same reason, do learn something about SEO. You have to understand why you need to put a title and a meta description on your blog post, why you need to name your images in a certain way. There are quite a few rules on how to get a lot of organic traffic, but you need to know how SEO works in order to really get that. So these are the skills and information you have to have. Like I said, you don't need to be an expert and you can always ask for advice from other people. But if you have no idea how that works, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to follow. And my next step is something that will help you here. So this is number 4, and it's to join various groups or masterminds that gather around this topic. So go to Facebook and search for digital nomads or digital nomads in your city, or startups in your city, in your country, or digital startups around blogging, around website building, around SEO, or plugins for the website. You want to make sure that you are in these groups and that you're active, because when you blog, you're kind of on your own. You're not in the office with people who do the same so that you can always ask for advice. So you want to create this kind of support group for you. And honestly, Facebook groups and various masterminds are perfect for that. Now, some of them are for free, some are paid, see whatever suits you, but you always want to make sure you have people to reach out to whenever you have any questions. So if we're talking about, learning some SEO and some coding, that these groups are going to be a huge support for you. You can always ask them, hey guys, what should I study to get this information? Or can any of you, coach me for a few hours? Or something breaks, you can ask them, guys, what do I do here? And they will help you. So spend a bit of time for finding these groups and then join them. Number 5, and it's to choose your preferred channel. So you can pass information to your audience with articles, with videos, or with audio, and choose the one that suits you the best. Now, yes, on Psychology for Marketers, I use videos, but on bravebell.com, I use articles for a few reasons. First of all, I look at how easy it is for me to create content. Now, at first, I didn't feel comfortable with videos at all. In fact, if you go all the way to the first few posts on Psychology for Marketers, you're going to see articles. But over time, I started recording videos, and right now I feel so comfortable doing it that to me, it's the fastest way to get the content out, because I don't have to script anything. I just have bullet points and boom, I talk about them. When you write an article, you want to make sure that you added what you wrote. So written word has to be perfect. And then you want to make sure that you put it all nicely, the images are the good size. So it, to me, takes more time to do it. But if you prefer writing and if it suits your topic more, then go ahead and write. Number 6, another decision you need to make when starting your blog is whether you want to build it around your person, your name, your brand, or around a topic. So Psychology for Marketers is clearly built around my persona. Why? Because for me, it's a building block also of my business online. I am a life and business coach, and with Psychology for Marketers, I can share content with people who might be my potential clients. So I want people to see what I know, what I'm like, and then if somebody resonates, they can contact me and work with me. And in fact, that's how it's working. So I want people to see who I am. This is why you will see the video of me, because the video allows me to connect with people more. Hence, I use videos. And this is why everything really is strongly branded with my name. But braveville.com, my other blog, doesn't have that. It's not built around my face. It's actually built around the topic. So you won't really see me much in any of the articles or around the blog. Now, that also means that while on Psychology for Marketers, you will never see a guest post, you will see them on Brave Bell, because on Psychology for Marketers, it is about me, about my brand and what I can do for you, not what other people can do for you. But Brave Bell is very different. It's more like a platform for people to connect. And also, if you want to build traffic and content fast, then having guest posts is a good strategy because it allows you to post much more. So do consider it, but make sure that it fits your choice. Like I mentioned, Psychology for Marketers, it's more of a business blog. It serves my business. It serves me to get clients. So it's very important that I don't dilute my brand with other people's content, especially if I don't really know what it is. I want people to know exactly who I am. So again, back to you. What do you want your blog for? Is it for you to make money, or is it for you to create a platform for people to connect? Is it for you something to get a lot of traffic in the future so you can monetize it? These are certain decisions that you need to make. Now, there's no right or wrong answer here. It's really what you want your blog to be for you. Number 7, and it's about how often you should post. So I have people asking me, hey, should I post like 3 times a week or once a month? What's the frequency that works the best? Well, from my experience, it's once a week. Here is why. On one hand, you want to make sure that you are keeping the momentum high. So you get a lot of traffic. You know how content online lives really just a very short lifespan. So when you post something, there is already tons of other information being posted, so your content disappears quite fast. This is why you want to make sure you post often enough to keep this momentum at the have traffic keep coming to your website. Now, on the other hand, it's also about you. You want to make sure that you can stay sane while blogging. So you don't want to end up have to work every day for like 5 hours on your blog, because you won't be able to maintain it. This is why, from my experience, once a week, it's a perfect way to meet these 2 goals. Now, when you do it, it's good to pick just one day and stick to this day and always have your content come out on that particular day. So you guys from Psychology for Marketers, you know that every Tuesday you get an email from me with a new video. So for me, I pick Tuesday and I stick to it. That helps, first of all, you plan your work. You know exactly when you have to do what, but it also helps your audience because they know that they can expect content from you on this particular day. And as a side note, it also makes you more committed to your work because you made this promise to your audience that on this day they're going to get a content from you, so you have to deliver. Okay, number 8. Oh, that's a big one. You want to have from the very beginning a sign up box on your blog. What is a sign up box? It's this little box that says, hey, leave your email address so I can contact you with more information. Now, when you go to different blogs or websites, they usually say, hey, sign up for a weekly newsletter or free PDF report. So there are different things you can give in return for somebody to leave their email address, but you want to make sure you do it from the beginning. Now, don't worry if right now you have no newsletter or you really have nothing to give them in return. Well, just say, hey, sign up here for free updates. That's good, because this way you're building your sublist, which is really essential for any blog to be successful, and especially if you want to make money from your blog. So you want to build the list, but unless you're spending a lot of money on Google or Facebook advertising, if you're building it in an organic way, it's going to take a while. So really every month is precious, and this is why you want to put the sign-up box on your blog from the very beginning. Number 9, schedule time to work on your blog. Trust me, when you have your job and you start blogging, it's way too easy to push your blog as the last priority. It's like, okay, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And you never do it. Hey, I've been there. I know it very well. So make sure you schedule it. Now, choosing the day when you post is very helpful here. So let's say I post a new blog post every Tuesday, which means the weekend before that, I record a video, I edit it, I create a post, I do all the things that I need to do so that on Tuesday I simply click publish and everything is ready. So make sure you plan time for yourself every week that you will dedicate to building your blog. Number 11. This is about you. You want to be authentic in how you run your blog. Really follow your own voice and who you are. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people worry about the fact that what they want to blog about, there is already tons of other blogs on the same topic. But here's the thing. Yeah, there are. I mean, frankly, do you really think you can find a topic that nobody else is talking about? It's impossible. And if you find such a topic, there is a reason why nobody writes about it. So forget about this, obsession or worry that your content is not going to be original, that there's somebody else who talks about it. It's not about this. It's not about being original, but it is about being authentic. It is about being you. So look at how can you talk about it in your own unique way, and don't be afraid to show who you are. Which links perfectly with tip number 12. Look, don't be afraid to be bold, to say something that might upset people. In fact, yes, you're going to piss some people off, and that's perfectly okay. You know the saying that if you don't want any criticism in life, then say nothing, do nothing, and be nothing. Well, in any other case, you are going to get people to criticize you or to be upset with you. It's okay because it's just how things are. You are who you are, and if you have certain strong beliefs, don't be afraid to show them. For example, I stay strong for animals, and if I ever see any example of cruelty towards animals, I am so very vocal about it, especially when it comes to my favorite animals, sharks. So you'll always see me posting something when the Chinese New Year comes up, because I always remind people that you don't need to eat the shark fin soup. And if there is somebody who loves the soup and wants to kill all the sharks, well, I'm very fine with them unsubscribing from my list. I want people who can connect and resonate with me. And only when you show who you really are, you can achieve that. Okay, and finally, the last tip, number 13. It's about advertising on your blog. So it's not a yes or no question. It's really about you and what you want. So let me share with you some pros and cons of doing that. So when I talk about monetizing your blog, I am talking about these different banners that show up on your blog. So you can use Google AdSense for that, where you allow Google to post banners on your blog. Another way to do it is if you use YouTube videos that you can always allow on YouTube for those banners to show up. And then when somebody clicks on them, especially when they buy from those ads, then you get money from that. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, it really depends. So for example, on Psychology for Marketers, you won't see any of these because, like I mentioned before, this is the blog that builds my brand. And I don't want to allow something that I have no control over on my blog, because I put my name to everything that you see here. So I only promote things that I am an affiliate of. So when you want to be an affiliate of somebody, basically what you do is that you search for affiliate programs, or there's somebody you really like and follow yourself, and then you can just email them and see if they have an affiliate program. When you join this program, you get links and banners, and you can promote their offers, and you get usually about 50% from what they're going to make. Now, when you do this, you always make sure that you know exactly what you're promoting. So any banners you see on my blogs or with my emails and my fan page, these are things that I personally have gone through. I like them, and I would recommend to my best friend. These are the only things that I feel comfortable promoting. And this is why I don't monetize my blog with any other ads, because I want to know exactly what is on my blog. Now, for Bravebold.com, I could do it because you don't really see my own brand over there, so it's safer. Still, I'm not a big fan of it personally. I think that really makes sense when you have a lot of traffic to your website, because then you're really showing this ads to a lot of people, and the chances of being paid good money for it increase. So it's something you can experiment with. You can run for a while with those ads, and then for a while without them, and see how it impacts your states and your data on your blog, and just make this call for yourself. Like I mentioned, I prefer not to do it. I think doing affiliate offers is much better. It's better for your brand, and you're providing a better content for people. But with everything, it's your own choice. Remember, it's your own blog, and you need to love it at the end of the day, and it needs to serve you. Okay, I know it was a bit long. Sorry for this guy, but these were the 13 tips, the same tips that I usually share with other people who come to me asking how to get started with the blog. So I really hope that these tips help you, and I cannot wait to see your blog up. And in fact, if you already have your blog up, you have a domain, why don't you share it in the comment section below this video? Let me have a look, and maybe you can inspire other people with some of your amazing ideas. So thank you so much for watching. That was Magda K from Psychology for Marketers. If you like this video, please like it. Please share it with your friends, especially email it to those that you know have been thinking about starting their own blog. And of course, if you like this video and you want more videos like this, then make sure you subscribe to Psychology for Marketers.com. This way, like I already mentioned, you will be getting an email from me every Tuesday with a new video. So have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you in a week.